Ever wondered why some survivors of narcissistic abuse act in ways that seem completely out of character? In this eye-opening video, we'll uncover 12 odd behaviors that reveal the hidden scars of their journey and what they truly mean. If you or someone you know has experienced this type of abuse, you might notice some unexpected behaviors that can be confusing and hard to understand. Let's unpack these together so we can foster understanding and healing. 1. Hyper-Vigilance. Survivors often live in a state of heightened alertness, constantly scanning their environment for potential threats. This can lead to overthinking everyday interactions or feeling anxious in seemingly safe situations. It's a learned behavior from the unpredictable nature of living with a narcissist, where the environment was often filled with tension. This vigilance can also cause exhaustion, as survivors feel they must be on guard at all times. Think about how this might look: avoiding crowded places, watching for any signs of disapproval in social situations, or feeling tense during conversations. 2. People-pleasing. Many survivors struggle with setting boundaries and often prioritize others' needs over their own. This behavior stems from a fear of rejection or conflict, leading to a cycle where their own well-being is neglected. A great example is a person always saying yes to plans, even when you don't want to, just to avoid disappointing someone. This can create significant internal conflict and stress. This pattern can lead to burnout and resentment, which can further complicate personal relationships, making it hard to advocate for themselves. 3. Self-doubt. After enduring narcissistic abuse, survivors often question their perceptions, decisions, and even their memories. This deep sense of insecurity can lead to paralysis in decision-making and self-identity issues. They may constantly replay situations in their minds, unsure if their reactions were valid or appropriate, which can prevent them from moving forward confidently in life. This cycle of self-doubt often manifests in relationships, making it challenging for survivors to assert their needs and desires effectively. 4. Avoidance of conflict. Many survivors go out of their way to avoid arguments, fearing that confrontation could escalate into another abusive situation. This often leads to a pattern of suppressing feelings and needs. They might feel trapped in their silence, wanting to voice concerns, but terrified of potential repercussions, leading to bottled-up emotions and resentment. Over time, this avoidance can create an unhealthy dynamic in relationships, preventing honest communication and deeper connections from developing. 5. Over-explanations. Survivors often feel the need to justify their actions or decisions excessively, trying to avoid any perceived judgment or backlash. This can create awkward interactions and increase anxiety. They may fear that a lack of explanation will lead to misunderstanding or criticism, resulting in unnecessary stress and further complicating social dynamics. This tendency can make conversations feel one-sided, as the survivor often feels pressured to fill every silence with justification. 6. Emotional numbness. After intense trauma, many survivors develop a protective mechanism that detaches them from their emotions. This can make it hard to feel joy or sadness, leaving them in a state of emotional limbo. They might struggle to connect with friends and loved ones on a deeper level, impacting relationships and personal fulfillment. This emotional detachment can lead to further isolation, as they may feel disconnected from their own identity and the people around them. 7. Difficulty trusting others. After being manipulated and betrayed, it's natural for survivors to be wary of forming new relationships. This can lead to isolation and a longing for connection while being terrified to pursue it. Trusting others can feel like a risky gamble, often resulting in a reluctance to engage deeply or rely on anyone for support. This fear can create a barrier to forming healthy relationships, leaving survivors feeling stuck between wanting closeness and protecting themselves from potential pain. 8. Isolation. Some survivors withdraw from their social circles, fearing judgment or misunderstanding from friends and family. This can create a cycle of loneliness that's hard to break. They might feel unworthy of companionship, leading to missed opportunities for connection and support, which is crucial for healing. This self-imposed isolation can deepen feelings of despair and increase the difficulty of navigating the healing journey, making recovery seem even more daunting. 9. Seek validation. Survivors often look for reassurance from others to fill the void left by their past experiences. This can lead to a dependency on external validation for self-worth. They might constantly check for approval or validation from friends, colleagues, or even social media, creating an unhealthy cycle of seeking affirmation. This behavior can divert attention from their own self-acceptance, making it challenging to develop genuine self-love and confidence over time. 10. Perfectionism. Many survivors develop a need to be perfect as a way to avoid criticism or rejection, often leading to immense pressure on themselves. This can manifest in both personal and professional spheres, where even small mistakes can feel catastrophic, causing them to stress over every detail in their work and life. This relentless pursuit of perfection can create burnout, anxiety, and feelings of inadequacy, making it hard to enjoy accomplishments. 11. Fear of abandonment. This deep-rooted fear can lead to clingy behavior in relationships, or conversely, an unwillingness to get close to anyone. The internal battle between wanting closeness and fearing loss is incredibly tough, often resulting in anxiety during new friendships or relationships where they might constantly worry about being left behind. This fear can create significant tension and misunderstanding in relationships, often leading to self-sabotaging behaviors. 12. Reliving trauma. Survivors might find themselves replaying past events in their minds, trying to make sense of their experiences and emotions. This can be both a coping mechanism and a barrier to healing, often leading to intense emotional processing that can feel overwhelming and exhausting. This mental replaying can hinder the ability to focus on the present, causing emotional distress and impacting daily functioning. These are the 12 odd behaviors that can emerge from surviving narcissistic abuse. It's clear that the journey of a narcissistic abuse survivor is filled with unique challenges and profound resilience. Understanding these traits not only fosters empathy, but also highlights the strength it takes to heal. If you or someone you know is navigating this path, remember, healing is a journey, and every step forward is a victory. What behaviors have you noticed in yourself or others that might be a sign of resilience after narcissistic abuse? Please tell us in the comments.